We're going to be playing Detroit Become Human, one of my favourite games of all time. I just love the story. I love these story-driven games as well. So when I've come to just set up the stream, I've discovered something weird, and I don't know how or why this is happening, but whenever I press the PlayStation button on my controller, it changes the input on my TV. I have no idea how that works. I do know that I have Wake on LAN, well, Wake on signal, so if I turn my TV on, it sends a signal to my PlayStation and turns the PlayStation on. But right now my PlayStation's going through a HDCP stripper, then going into my Elgato, and then going into the TV, so that signal, either signal should not work. And I didn't even know they were setting to change your input with the button on the controller. That doesn't make any sense to me. Hopefully I don't have to press that button during the game. I'm 90% certain we don't have to. For whatever reason. It won't affect the stream, it's just my TV, because I can see the stream preview when it changes my TV input. I've got a weird setup. Enough rambling, this is a game I love. I spent a while trying to get every achievement in the game, every trophy, but I didn't actually complete all of them, which is annoying. So I have completed this game many times before. I watched my brother play through it, I watched my friend play through it, and I just love it. I love it so much. So we're going to get straight into it. I've deleted all my saves so we can get like a fresh experience, because there is some very unique stuff to Detroit Become Human, mainly with the main menu. If the main menu itself is part of the game, which is something I love. I love this game so much. So I have heard, so it's made by, well, I think like directed by David Cage, who turns out is kind of a prick. He's kind of an abusive employer. And Quantic Dream, yeah, they're apparently a terrible place to work at, with horrible employer practices. But they made this masterpiece.
Hello.
That's so beautiful.
Experience. I'm an android and I'll be your hostess. Before we begin, let's make some adjustments to optimize your experience.
Looks so good. I'm a big TV.
Are they correct?
Now let's find out. So I'm playing this on PlayStation 4 Pro. I think that just means it's going to be at 1080p. I think it's locked at 30 FPS. I should have actually bought it for PC so I can play it at 4K and just really blow my eyeballs out how good it is. So look at this. On large, just for people watching. English on. Okay.
Please adjust your
There's a speaker. So this one of the things where the speaker's built into the controller, and a lot of the sound effects come through the controller. So it might be weird. I don't know if it comes through the TV. I didn't research this beforehand because I'm pretty sure there's a setting you can put in place where all sound goes through the TV. Actually, look at this on the stream. Oh my god, I have 4 different screens and all of them are different. I think it'll be fine. I'd rather it be brighter than too dark, you know?
Thank you. Now select your profile.
Oh, there's profiles? Oh, that's, I thought it was going to be like player profiles. Casual or experienced? We're going to go for experienced.
When this sign is displayed, please do not turn off your console. You are now ready to begin Detroit. Remember, this is not just a story. This is our future.
Let's send the game up a little bit. So, I think this is actually based off of a tech demo for the PlayStation 3. Like an E3 trailer. It looks 60 FPS, but that might be my TV upscaling it. So this scene there, that's really cool. I enjoyed like catching the coin. So it's the actor doing all the motion capture, voice, acting. The model is also based on the real life actor. He had to just like wiggle his fingers about, and then they added the coin in post. This game looks beautiful. Oh my god. I love this so much. We're an android. And into a place that's gone horribly wrong. But actually what I'm going to do, for you YouTube peeps watching this later, when I can actually talk, I'm going to insert the E3 trailer for Detroit. I think it's called Kara, which is setting up the story to this. Actually, I think it's in the menu. Oh shit, we didn't actually have access to the menu, did we? Also, there should be a... just pause it because we don't want a timer. There should be a questionnaire at the beginning. Maybe that happens after you come back to it later. But it should be like going through all the stuff about androids and like, what would you do in this situation? So this is a story-based game where our choices actually matter. And what I love about this is it shows you all the choices, all the branching paths, all the different endings, all the stuff you can do. One of the things that I don't like is I would put the optional things as unlocked already. You know what you can investigate. Maybe not. Maybe it's more of a preference. Got all these choices. So it is... Detroit is one of those things, like video games, you can't be 100... Everything's within a scale, right? You can't have the game go wildly off in different directions. You can't have all this stuff change depending on different choices. It's just a ridiculous amount of work and testing and tracking and making sure everything works. It's a pain in the ass to do games like this. But Detroit, I think they actually do really, really well. There's loads of different endings for characters. Loads of different character changes and plot changes. I think it does really well. So right now we have to look around, kneel down. So this is one of my annoyances, is that you interact with stuff by using the... Alright, we're going to save the fish. You interact with stuff by using the right analog stick, which also controls the camera. So if you're looking around sometimes and you're next to an interactable object, you'll end up interacting with the object instead of looking around, or vice versa. So that's very annoying. Alright, so we saved the fish. What we got here?
Please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait, you're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
That's a good point. Yeah. Right, we're not off to a good start. I certainly can interact with this. So that was the mother, daughter, and I'm gonna guess the father. Yeah, Emma Phillips. She doesn't look very happy in that picture. In either picture. We'll put it back. I'd much prefer. You've got an entire fucking controller. Use a button to interact with stuff. Why make it the same as a fucking camera? It really did not make sense. Right, so SWAT team, shit's gone down. We can hold R2 to pause time, which is going to be very useful because there are going to be a lot of timers in the game. We're on a timer right now. If we end up spending too much time in this section, we get less time to investigate what's happened, and then you get forced into going along with the ending. And if you're going unprepared, you have less of a chance, less options on how to deal with the situation. So SWAT team, looks like some shit's gone down. I've played this game. I'm going to be talking like I haven't played it just because it's going to suck if I don't do that. I know some people find that weird when YouTubers do that or streamers do it, but to me I think it'd be more weird, you know, not pretending that way. So I'm going to talk with the captain in charge. Connor, I love this guy. I love this actor.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Okay. What is the deactivation code? That would be useful.
Have you tried its deactivation code? It's the first thing we tried.
That's a very good point. That was a dumb question. What about its behaviour?
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
I don't know how he would know that. He's only just arrived. That was also a dumb question.
So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Yeah, well, haven't you done that? Probability of success has gone down. That's basically your success meter. Understand what happened. Save hostage at all costs. So I'm actually going to explain some points that I feel they don't explain very well. So we have been sent in instead of a human to, I guess, prove that androids are capable of this sort of job. So we are a negotiator for a hostage situation. So highlighted objects, you can see there. It's not just highlighted objects, stuff you can interact with. So we're going to have a look around. This guy's going to be useless, I guess. Can't really talk to him. Have a look at the case. I wonder what went in there. Yeah, of course it's a fucking gun. But especially it's a MS-853 Black Hawk. 17 rounds. No, is that going to be ammo next to it? Or like an ID card? Oh, there's ammo there. Fit in that box? I don't think it would. Ammunition. And then you can reconstruct to do that. I think Batman Arkham Asylum did do this, was it? It was the city that did this. So we're going to reconstruct what we think happened based on the evidence, and then it highlights on the bar at the bottom. I'm not blocking anything, am I? No, we're good. And then once it gets to a point where you can get information, you can press triangle to put the clue together. The deviant took the father's gun. I could have figured that out fairly enough, but this is a tutorial, so it's actually very strict for a tutorial. It was also the demo. I played the demo before the game came out because I'm very interested in it. So I'm going to be pausing a lot because we're on a time limit. I've done all this before. I've put in all the evidence. I know where I knew where everything was. I'm not going to trust my knowledge because I suck at that. I suck at my own knowledge. I'm going to search the hostage's room. This is a little girl's room. Pause time to see what you can interact with. He was listening to death metal. He's one cool kid. Didn't hear the gunshots. I doubt that. It's not like he used a silencer. Then we can interact with her PC, I guess. Looking this way, I don't like the camera being the interact button. You dumb shits. That was a terrible game design decision. Play on the iPad. Yeah, you got to use the touchpad as well. Alright, it's coming for the controller, but I can hear it on the headset, so I think it is going through. You should be able to hear that. Right, so that's the android that I'm going to guess is turned on them, and that is also the hostage. And the girl was actually very loving for the android. She seems to be quite close to it. I think we're done in this room. The objective should tell us when we're done. Anything in the bathroom, maybe? We've unlocked dialogue, yeah, so when we interact with certain stuff, we unlock dialogue, we unlock options, and how we can proceed later. So there's nothing in the bathroom. So, continue to investigate. There are going to be... Oh God, there's so much to this game. There's going to be different aspects. The longer we take here, different stuff will happen in this room that will, I don't think, affect anything, but it'll appear on the timeline. So there's a dead body. We should definitely investigate the dead body. That's the father we saw in the picture before. He's been shot several times. Got in the lung. Shot on the gut. Oh, that is also the lung. Okay. Not going to be the lung again, is it? Be the kidney. Then we need to find one more clue. His face. His face is a clue. Deceased. No shit. Time of death. 7:29 PM. See, this shit is a bit out there. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know how he gets all of this information. The deviant was behind him. He was looking at something on this phone. I don't know how we knew that. Fine. I'm not going to bitch about that too much. It's just how video games work. Tablet went off in that direction. Underneath the coffee table? I don't know what it was over there. Well, the deviant shot him when so the husband wasn't doing anything. The android came up behind him and just shot him and killed it. The bullets went into the wall. Let's have a look at the tablet then, shall we? I'm gonna hate these controls.
For an AP700 Android has been registered. CyberLife thanks you for your purchase.
Alright, so they're buying a new Android. That's probably what set it off. I've how the little kid was treating it. They were treating it like part of the family. And then they're going to replace it, so that's probably what's triggered this. So we don't have... Right, that's one down. The android just shot somebody. That's going to be a negative impact in the timeline. I don't know if it affects anything in the future. But if you can beat this that quick enough, then he doesn't get shot. Alright, let's interact with this other dead person. This was the officer, that first responding officer, who was also shot dead. Shot in the heart. Yeah, that was almost instant death. Cuts on the hand. No, it's not cuts, it's powder. We fired off a shot. Where? Oh, we also need to get an ID. Deceased. Yeah, we figured that out. Reconstruct just to really rub it in, but maybe we can also find out where the gun went. So, there's one coming on the right. What's that? It was a shoe, I believe. So, this was the android taking the hostage onto the balcony. Don't know why they've done that, but then something else. The android was shot. Cop shot the android. The android ran into the balcony. The gun went under the table. Might be useful. Our option, we can put it back or take it. Androids are strictly forbidden to carry or use any type of weapon. But we're going to take it anyway. I'm going to go against the programming on day one. He's even going to sneakily put it in his bag. This guy fucking saw us. Did you just put a gun in your pocket? That was evidence. Maybe he's too busy focusing on the events. Right, so what else can we interact with? We've got TV, we've got a newspaper. So I think these newspapers are collectibles. Have a look. Yes, oh, I think this is part of the evidence. But in the future levels, those are collectibles. As also pointless interaction. You can unmute the TV, don't care about that. And we was about to have dinner. Nice of us to turn it off. Stop that pasta boiling over or whatever it was. Look, have a look on the floor here. Analyze the blue blood. And he has to fucking lick it. It's gross. Yeah, but we already figured out the android was wounded, so that was just pointless information. But we found out the model, PL600. And there's something else we can interact with. This is going to be the child's shoe that we saw in the police officer's reconstruction. Human blood traces. Ah, so the kid could be wounded. Could be the father's blood. I feel like, because we've got this like android vision, we should be able to see the footprints of the blood where the kid went, but I think we have interacted with everything useful. So we're gonna go forward. And this is a very awesome scene. I love this. There's a reason to pick. Excuse me, can I? I need to do my job. Here we go. Oh! Alright, immediately fucking shoots us. We're off to a bad start.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you!
Sniper set in position. Know your name? The kid said it in the video that we found in her bedroom.
How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you.
Yeah, creepy start.
I've come to get you out of this.
Now we have to move forward. Helicopter making things worse. And it's just blocked our path. We've got to walk around that. Approach slowly. Empathize.
I'm an android, just like you. I know how you're feeling. What difference does it make if you're
Oh, I didn't like that. Right.
You're on their side. I can't understand how
This guy's not doing well. Gonna approach him.
you armed?
Let's tell the truth.
Yes. I have a gun.
I'm not supposed to, but I have one.
No sudden moves or I'll shoot.
It was on the floor. Got the gun and we toss it. Get him to trust us a little bit. That's the only reason why I took it. We're going to examine this cop. Looks like he's still breathing. bleeding.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch him! Touch him and I kill you!
We're going to do it anyway.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
That was a bad line. We need to try and empathise a bit more, but he's lost a bit of trust. But we did the right thing. And we're now with Tylus. Emma and you. Yeah, you were like family.
I know you and Emma were very close.
We can zoom in on the face.
You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong.
She lied to me! I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
Daniel, no!
Yeah, the kid's not a very good actor. The probable clause, they were going to replace you.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right?
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy.
Who's that in the pool? Gonna be another officer. Let's be sympathetic.
Listen,
That's another. I don't like these choices either. They don't give you a full scope of what you're going to say or do.
feeling are just errors in your software.
No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Okay, let's do it. I don't believe I have that authority, but let's do it. Under control. Yeah, fine.
There. I did what you wanted.
Trust me.
You have to trust me, Daniel. Let the hostage go, and I promise you, everything will be fine.
Oh my god, 100%. We're good.
I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Sacrifice her. We had another option. I don't know what it is. Let's compromise.
That's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
And the other option is if we had the gun, we can shoot him. Alright, reassure you.
You're not going to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will
100%.
happen to you. You have my word.
Oh my god, this game looks so good. So beautiful.
I trust you.
Alright, let's let the girl go. We're good. Walk towards me. Oh. I didn't give the order. It's not my fault. I didn't betray you. Oh god, fucking. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Please.
You lied to me, Connor.
Software instability. Let's help the kid. No, we're just gonna bugger off. Is he impressed or not? Oh, what a fucking opening! That's probably one of the best openings in video games ever, in my opinion. Sets up the world, sets up. It's a fantastic tutorial. It's not strict. It's not. Oh my god! Look at all these different choices as well. I love this game. Oh. Let's have a look. So, save fish. I guess the other option is leave the fish. So, I've reset my I've deleted my saves on this. If I kept my saves, it would show you what the other options are. But I delete the saves to get the first interaction with Chloe at the beginning. I thought we were supposed to get that questionnaire. Maybe that's tied to my account and not a save. I think we can take the questionnaire from the main menu anyway. So no option, take the cop's gun, or don't take the cop's gun. So 3 options there on how we get outside. The SWAT gets injured. That's actually not how we get outside. That's a separate thing. So we can go outside before that SWAT member gets injured, like I said. And I believe the top option is being forced to go outside when we've spent too long investigating the room, and we get sent outside. Confronted a deviant, friendly approach, or I don't know what these are. But there's one option at the top we didn't know. So that one's got a yellow, like keypad unlocked. That means it's going to have a scene in the future, or have one a large effect. Get close enough and look at all these fucking options, man. We've got deviant. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different outcomes for that one tutorial, right? And some of these are really good as well. I highly recommend going on YouTube and just like watching all the different outcomes. And there's also the world stats, so you can see what other people have done as well. So only 39% have gotten. I consider this the best ending for this mission. Only 39% of people got that one. Interesting. I love the world stats as well. Only 11% of people save the cop. That's. What about the fish? I'm not going to spend too long in this section in the future. I'm just curious. Most people save the fish. That's good. That's good.